Welcome to CandleLight Audiobook. The Secret Misses. Chapter 391. It was true that in this company, no one would dare reject doing her a favor. To chase someone out of the company was too easy. All she had to do was just had to talk to Maria's manager. When Maria heard this, she became anxious and immediately knelt down to beg for mercy as she clung on to Millie's dress. "Sis Millie, I beg of you. Don't chase me out. As long as you don't chase me out, I'd do anything for you. Please, I beg of you." Maria was still begging profusely when someone in a pink dress walked in. Because Maria was kneeling in the middle of the walkway, Luna could not evade her in time and accidentally bumped into her. "Ah!" Maria stumbled and exclaimed. The part of Millie's dress which she held in her hand was accidentally tugged on a little more. Maria was so frightened that she turned pale. She did not care that she was knocked into. The first she did after getting up was to check the dress, afraid that she might have ruined it. This was when Isabella held up the dress and urgently brushed the ruined part. She instantly turned to Luna and shouted, "Are you blind? Watch where you're going. Where do you think this is that you can simply run around? Do you know that you have caused a huge problem here? Do you have any idea what you've just ruined? You wouldn't be able to compensate for this dress even if you sold yourself." Luna's appearance spiced up the atmosphere for the spectators initially watching Maria. "Ah, isn't that Luna? She's dressed so pink today. It's not her style at all. I almost didn't recognize her. Huh, this is going to be good. I heard that she's being groomed to be the next Leng Manyun. Her appearance in the headlines recently has been quite the fanfare as well. Say, what do you think will happen between them if they fought? Is that even a question? As bright as Luna's limelight may be, could she possibly defeat Millie? That is preposterous. I'm sorry for bumping into you, are you okay?" Luna was just apologizing to Maria when she was scolded horribly by Isabella. She frowned and listened to the whispering around. Then, she looked at the soiled skirt in Maria's hand and roughly guessed what had happened. Initially, Maria had accidentally dirted Millie's dress, and now it seems like because she had accidentally bumped into Maria, Millie's dress had been ruined further. This was the point that Zhao Meishin reminded Isabella who Luna was, as the latter did not recognize her at first sight. Isabella evaluated the pink princessy dress and crystal hair clip on Luna from head to toe and laughed. "This is Luna? I thought she would be someone more impressive, but, just this? No wonder my cousin doesn't mind her at all, it's hard to." Indeed, Millie barely spared Luna a second glance. No matter how Luna hopped about, she was just a joke in her eyes, easily killed with a finger. It was funny that people actually dared compare herself to her. Knowing that this woman was Luna, Isabella naturally did not want to let her off easily since she now had the opportunity to kill two birds with one stone. So, she shouted at the two of them, "Maria. And you, Luna, right? Now, don't say that I'm intentionally making it hard for you. Everyone saw that the both of you tore this dress. Don't think I'd let you off easily just by washing it." Chapter 392. Maria's hands shook non-stop as she looked at Millie in fright. I didn't mean to. Sis Emo, it's all my fault. Tell me, how can I make it up to you? As long as I am able to, I will definitely do it." Millie naturally did not bother to talk to someone on such a lowly level, so she just shot her manager a look. Obediently, Chloe walked up and held up the hem of the dress to examine it. She then said exaggeratedly, "The tear in the hem is horrendous. The dress is definitely useless now. How about this, as long as the both of you agree to compensate Millie with the exact same dress, we'll forget about what happened today." When Isabella heard this, she was delighted and joined in the false generosity. "The both of you heard her, just compensate with another dress. Such a request isn't too much, is it?" Maria's lips trembled when she heard this and she cried on the spot. Isabella knew very well that even if she were to compile all of her savings, there was no way she could afford a dress this luxurious. Also, Luna was only a rookie. Don't even get started on how she had not even started earning yet, and even if she did, most of the profits would have gone to the company for now. How could they afford to compensate for the dress? This was when Luna walked up to Millie and picked up the elegant dress and examined it. Actually, apart from the slightly obvious stain, Maria's tug earlier did not actually create too much of a damage. One could hardly see any traces of it, and there was no need for any repair work. With that, Luna mumbled, "Let's not talk about the stain first, since these traces are barely noticeable. It shouldn't cause too much of an effect." Isabella immediately looked upset and cut her off with her piercing voice. "What do you mean? Are you trying to say that the both of us are tricking you? For such a high-end apparel, even a slight flaw would amount to ruining it. What more for such a large area of thread that has come loose? I don't know which poor village you come from, but if you know nothing, stop embarrassing yourself here." Chloe looked at Millie, who remained nonchalant, and laughed along too. I'm afraid she just wants to evade responsibilities, doesn't she? It's too bad, there are so many people looking on and under everyone's watchful eyes. We all saw that if it wasn't for her bumping into someone like a klutz, this outfit wouldn't have been spoiled. Now you're trying to get out of it? When Chloe finished, she casually skimmed the crowd around her, then immediately someone echoed, "Exactly. What Chloe had suggested is reasonable. If you ruin someone's outfit, you have to compensate. This is common sense. They just asked for her to compensate with another dress, yet she still wants to escape from the situation. She doesn't know what she's doing. Who's this? Her manners are too poor. Millie just got the dress and now it's been ruined. What an upsetting incident, yet she's been so good-tempered all along and did not show any anger." Someone else took the opportunity to butter up to her and said, "Isn't that Chanel's latest limited edition piece that's not even on the market yet? My heart aches at this sight. Speaking of which, if this dress isn't even on the market yet, even if they manage to gather enough money, they still wouldn't be able to buy it, will they?" This person was just carelessly throwing out comments, which implied that not only did she was not buttering up to Millie, but that she was also intentionally troubling her. Indeed, Millie's expression changed slightly. When they realized they had said something wrong, the person felt frightened and she quickly tried to save herself and said, "Millie, to fuss with someone like this is practically lowering your status. Just look at them, it's obvious that they can't compensate you. Since this apparel is not in the market yet, how about you let them compensate with another dress that's about the same grade?" Chapter 393. Someone else on the side immediately took the opportunity to brown-nose Millie. "How is that possible? Millie's dress is a limited edition. If hers is ruined, the world would be lacking one too." When she heard this, Millie looked more settled and she said helplessly, "What about if it's the same grade too?" Isabella immediately jumped and reacted as if she felt it was unfair. "Cousin, you're just too nice. But if you let this slide so easily, this will give precedence to more of these troublemakers." Everyone around them naturally echoed. "What are you two doing? Quickly thank Millie. You got lucky this time. Good thing Millie is so easygoing that she let you guys get off the hook so easily." Maria knelt on the ground stiffly. She could not say anything. Whatever same grade apparel it was that she had to find, it would still mean the same to her. She definitely could not afford to compensate. Could it be that today she would be chased out of the company? Even though she had already expected the worst, she had finally reached this moment, and she still could not completely accept it. She had persevered for 10 whole years now. Things were about to get better, but now because she dirted a dress, it was all going to be over. As everyone around watched Maria's pitiful expression, they all had the same thought. They were even more certain now that no matter who they offended, it had better not be Millie. As for Luna, it seemed to her like this would not end well today. Everyone knew that Luna had previously been treated unkindly in Starlight Entertainment and that she definitely did not have too much money on her hands. Up till now, even though she had signed the contract with Glory World, she had not been signed onto any new drama. She did win a small gaming company's contract as a spokesperson, but whether or not the fees would be distributed to her was unknown. Even if it was, it would probably only be able to afford the hem of that dress. At this moment, Luna squinted as she thought about something. When she heard the echoing urges around her and Maria's sobs, something flashed across her eyes and she said, "Compensate with an apparel of the same grade, was it? Just give me a few minutes, I'll go home to get it." It was a good thing the apartment was very near the company. Once she said this, everyone looked at each other doubtfully. She made it sound easy. Go home to get it? How on earth would Luna have an apparel of such quality? If she did, I'll take my brain out and let you sit on it like a toilet bowl. She must be lying. For someone who likes to be in the limelight like her, if she really did have it, she would have worn it to show off. How would we have not seen it even once? She must be trying to save face and put up a facade. Probably trying to delay time. Even if she delayed further, there's no way she can make an apparel appear out of thin air, right? Think about what the apparel of the same grade means. It means that every aspect of the piece must be similar. Look at Millie's apparel, what grade is it? Don't talk about how it's not available in the market yet. Even if it was, it would be a global limited edition with not more than 10 pieces. Isabella laughed a little. Sure, we'll wait. However, you can't just go and not return. If you don't come back, my cousin won't be so petty as to chase you to the world's end for it. Then, you'd be leaving Maria alone to compensate. These words clearly tried to label Luna as a shameless villain. If she dared to not return, her reputation would definitely be ruined. If she did return and came back with nothing in hand, it would also definitely be embarrassing. Nevertheless, Luna was far from worried if she would be able to hand over an apparel. Even if she sought for someone's help, she would not be able to make it within such a short period of time. Which luxury brand did not need a pre-order much further in advance before its purchase? Chapter 394. Luna, you. Maria wanted to say something but stopped. She wanted to ask whether she really had a plan, but she did not dare ask. She was afraid that if she asked, she would lose her final strand of hope. Wait for me, I'll be quick, Luna said to Maria in a rush, then smiled a little at Isabella and the rest. Without saying anything further, she ran out the door. Maria recalled the look she had before she left. Even though she knew she should not, but she still involuntarily felt herself wanting to believe her. Luna had not gone for too long when Chloe looked at the doorway and felt like she was forgetting something, but she could not quite put her finger on it. Time passed slowly. Everyone looked outside, while Maria's sight never left the door. After all, she had already run out of options and Luna was her only hope. Pfft, Maria, you're still hoping? You didn't really believe that she would return, did you? Isabella looked delightedly at Maria's pitiful demeanor and intentionally made her feel worse. This is what happens when you dare steal a role from her. We'll see who else dares go against her next time. Maria's expression darkened as she remained quiet, even though she knew deep down that her hopes were slim. Everyone can see that we've given you multiple chances, and we even repeatedly lowered the standards. If you can't compensate for this, then you really can't blame us anymore. Isabella said at this point, and then she paused. She slyly added, if you want to blame, blame Luna. If it hadn't been for her, would Millie's dress have been ruined? Chloe put on a regretful look. Initially, the dress was only stained slightly and it wasn't too big of a deal. It just needed a wash, but who knew, hey? Maria naturally knew that Isabella and Chloe were intentionally inciting the situation, so she did not say anything. Actually, she did not blame Luna, she only had herself to blame for having such bad luck. She went without drama for 10 years, and now when she finally got a supporting role, she immediately fell right into the fire pit. Could her luck possibly be that bad? They waited for a little while more, and Millie started to show her impatience. Isabella saw that Millie was becoming restless, so she immediately vented, didn't she say it was only for a few minutes? Why isn't she here yet? Chloe was upset too, that's too much. If you can't compensate, just be honest. Now our Millie has to wait for so long. Do you know how precious our Millie's time is? Everyone around nodded. We knew that she wouldn't be able to offer something. We shouldn't have waited for nothing. We sure don't mind, but to make Millie wait this long is really plucky of her. Real nice of her, isn't it? I'll say, Millie, if she really ran away, don't let her get off the hook so easily. Exactly. Otherwise, it would be too nice for her. Suddenly, All the ass-kissers and their comments made things worse for Luna. When she saw that all was said and done, the last flicker of hope in Maria's eyes finally extinguished. She was so unwilling to let this happen to herself. Yet as unwilling as she may be, what could she do? That was when from the entrance a clear voice rang out, "I'm back." The girl was still wearing the pink outfit as she panted slightly, and stood there against the light. Luna. Luna. Interesting. She really dared to come back. It seems like she's holding something. Could it really be a dress? Chapter 395. Luna was holding something in her hand. It was one of those plastic bags used in supermarkets, and inside it was a gray ball of fabric. When Luna came closer, everyone tried to clearly see what was in the plastic bag. In that moment, hysteric laughter started to come from the crowd. "Io, this is too funny. What is Luna holding in her hand? Did she really go to the supermarket to buy a dress? Ha ha ha, my God. No way. I'm really amazed. What creative idea did she come up with?" Chloe looked at the wrinkled plastic bag in Luna's hands with the gray cloth in it and instantly came to a conclusion. This Luna really did come up with such a rotten idea under the dire circumstances. "Ha, Luna, even if you couldn't produce an apparel, you can't just simply buy a dress to trick people. Do you think we're blind?" Chloe emphasized her last sentence sarcastically. Isabella even laughed out loud. "I was already doubting her intelligence when I saw her unbelievably dumb dressing today, but I didn't know that her brain really that slow. How did someone like her end up at Glory World? It's a good thing we're all from the same company. If this were let out, it'll definitely embarrass the company to no end." Luna slowly took out a gray material that looked like an opaque gray shirt and said without haste, "Oh, I didn't know that anything put into a plastic bag like this would mean that it was definitely bought from the supermarket. This logic makes perfectly intelligent sense. You." Isabella, who was sneering, instantly turned angry and said through gritted teeth, "You little village girl, you really don't know how to act. I'll teach you a lesson today. Millie's outfit is an authentic branded one. Even its packaging would be enough for you to buy your entire outfit. If this dress of yours was not bought from the supermarket, from where could it have been bought? Who would use such a pathetic bag to put luxury outfits?" Luna blinked and said matter-of-factly, "Me. Do you have a problem with that? Whoever set the rules that it can't be put in this bag? You, stop trying to argue nonsensically. You really are not afraid, are you?" No one in this company dared to go against her. How could Isabella stand being insulted twice? She immediately shot a look at the crowd. Someone in the crowd immediately ran over after receiving Isabella's signal and grabbed the outfit from Luna's hands, then exaggeratedly exclaimed, "What color is this? It looks like the feces of a dog. It's so traditional. And such a plain dress. What possessed you to take it out? Pfft, such flimsy material. It can't even be compared to a rag. Even if you're trying to pretend to make up for it, at least have some sincerity. There are so many of us here, do you think we were all blind? Even if you did, that's fine, but how can you treat Millie like she was blind too?" Luna looked coldly at everyone passing the gray dress around and something terrifying flashed in her eyes. "You guys better be careful. If you ruin it, you couldn't afford to compensate me." Once she said this, the crowd burst out laughing even more hysterically. "Ha ha 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 ha, she's really into it. People used to say that her acting skills were good and I didn't believe them, now I finally do. She deserves an Oscar already." This was when Maria slowly walked to Luna's side and said softly through trembling lips, "Luna, it's okay, they're all industry experts, there's no way you can deceive them." Chapter 396. They're all industry experts? Are you sure? Luna raised her brows in question. No one could tell for sure whether Luna's acting skills were so finely honed, but some of the people started to have doubts when they saw Luna's steady look. One of the female artistes who was holding the dress unconsciously released her fingers and mumbled, "Even if this ragged dress was any good, I still can't see where it might be of top quality. Where's she getting her confidence from? What are you still looking at it for? She's definitely lying. Even if we got it wrong, how could Chloe and Millie be wrong? You're right, I really almost got deceived by her. As that artiste scoffed, she saw a rubbish bin at the side and coldly laughed as she was about to throw it in. However, before she tossed the dress in, Luna shot her an exceptionally cold look from where she stood, and it frightened her so much that she stopped in the middle of her tracks. The artiste bit her lip and looked down to examine the dress again. This rag. You're really addicted to looking at it, huh? Someone beside her said as she reached out to snatch the dress from her hand. The female artiste was examining the collar area of the dress when she saw something that made her instantly go pale. She revealed a shocked expression and said, "Stop, don't touch it. Be careful." What's wrong with you? Why are you so shocked? The artiste looked down to examine again before gulping and stuffing the dress into someone else's hands. She then said with a lowered voice, "This looks like GE's design." What's GE? It's Millie's favorite brand. GE. There were many brown nosers of Millie present, so they all thoroughly knew her preferences. When everyone on the side heard this, they immediately turned ashen. Emotionally, their voices unintentionally became louder. What? This is Millie's favorite brand. GE? There was a sudden pin-drop silence among the previously noisy crowd. When the people saw the small logo on the dress, they immediately stuffed the dress back to the first female artiste in fear. Then why did you pass it to me? She did not know whether the dress had been ruined by all the passing around earlier. If there really was any stain or mark on it, whose fault would it be? The female artiste held the thin material as if she was holding gold and looked as if she was about to cry as she walked towards Millie and the gang. Millie, this dress. Millie frowned slightly and shot Chloe a look. What is it? Chloe saw that something was amiss and walked over quickly to hold up the dress. Chloe, this dress looks like it's from GE. What nonsense. You must be blind. GE's dresses are famous for their elegance, how could this rag be? Before she finished her sentence, Chloe saw the unique stamp of GE, its logo low-key yet luxuriously embroidered with golden thread. This cannot be. Liang Bichin had rushed over too by now and gaped at the logo. This is probably fake. An imitation. This Luna has balls. How dare she just make an imitation of a brand? Even if she were to make a pirated version, at least make it look similar. This coarse linen doesn't look like something from Millie's favorite brand, does it? Chloe massaged her temples and walked to Millie's side. Millie, look, this dress. Millie used a finger to simply lift the dress up for a closer look, and her expression changed in the next instant. This inconspicuous outfit was really from GE. Chapter 397. In fact, not only was it from GE, it was also one of the more special designs, and the only sleeping gown in the line. That was why the style was so different from the rest. The cloth was soft and slightly opaque, for the practicality of comfort. The material was actually made from a rarely cultivated pure silk, which made it very expensive. Millie examined it closely again. Luckily, this kind of material was sturdy and the dress had not been ruined, so she breathed a sigh of relief. Even though she liked this brand, this dress still belonged to Luna, that lowly person. When she realized she had breathed a sigh of relief for Luna's dress, Millie felt even more insulted. She then carelessly threw the dress back at Chloe. When Chloe saw Millie's unhappy expression, she knew then that there was no mistake about it. This dress was really from GE. As for everyone else who looked on, they already noticed something was not right based on Chloe and Millie's expressions. And no way. It can't really be GE, right? I even pulled on it pretty hard earlier. I wouldn't have ruined it and need to compensate her, right? I thought Luna was lying. Jesus. Where did Luna get a dress like this? Ah. I suddenly recall, there was a rumor before this that. As she listened to the whispers around, Millie also recalled the incident that Chloe had mentioned to her before. Rumor was that Luna's apartment's closet was filled with lavish outfits from GE. So now it was confirmed that this dress was definitely genuine. Millie shot at Chloe a deadly look. How could she forget something as important this? Chloe wiped the sweat off her forehead and quickly lowered her voice to say, Yimo, actually I did think of this possibility, but what I didn't expect was that she had such balls to use the company's outfit to compensate you. I don't need to know the reason. You had better settle this issue for me now. Millie growled as she pushed the dress back at Chloe. God damn it. Now she probably seemed blind in front of everyone for not even recognizing GE's design. Chloe nodded profusely, yes, I'll definitely resolve it. Don't you worry, Millie. You don't have to do anything, just wait and watch. Watch me settle her. Chloe turned to stare at Luna and started to scold her. Luna. You have such balls. How dare you steal the company's property for your own personal use? Luna raised a brow. Oh? I stole the company's property? How did I do that? Chloe laughed coldly, and said confidently, You think we don't know? Your apartment has many GE apparels, but those are all the company's property. Your apartment is just a company's storeroom. Did you really think that just because the outfits are put there, they belong to you? That you can take it out to give to others as you wish? Liang Bichin sneered, See, I told you guys she's an idiot. Previously, I said that she was retarded, and she still wanted to go against me. Oohs and ahs rippled through the spectating crowd. So that was what happened. This Luna really has such courage. She actually took the company's property out to show off. I'm amazed. She wants to be in the limelight so much that she's irrational now. Maria had already been frightened to the core at this point, and she looked at Luna with worried eyes. Damn it, this issue was turning into a larger one. It was initially only about one outfit. If worse came to worst, she would just be kicked out of the company. Now, it actually dragged on to become an issue of stealing the company's property, and the worst-case scenario would be to end up behind bars. Chapter 398. Luna gave Maria a reassuring look, and as the surrounding voices slowed down, she said, Senior Millie, Sis Chloe, whether or not this clothing is the property of the company, or if my brain actually has issues, I've followed your orders to bring you a garment of the same standard. All you have to do is fulfill your part of the agreement and this case will be closed. As for everything afterward, I will take responsibility, and that's none of your business. Millie's eyes went cold. Chloe wanted to rebut her, but she could not think of anything, and she just stood frozen. Isabella could not hold it in. What nonsense. Ridiculous. Luna shrugged. There were so many witnesses just now who heard your promise. I did not add anything else on. She paused, then continued, cocking her head sideways, or were the words only effective a moment ago? If that's how it is, as a newbie here, I have nothing to say. Chloe and Millie looked at each other, then said, Our Millie said it herself and will not take it back. Luna, you're looking for trouble yourself, so don't blame us for anything. Chloe glanced at Maria. Since the both of you did fulfill the promise of bringing us a garment of the same level, consider this case closed. Chloe's tone was particularly weak, specifically when she said, same level. Everyone knew that even if it was just a nightgown, what Luna brought was obviously a few levels above what Millie was wearing. At this point, Maria still felt uneasy, and she looked at Luna anxiously. Even though she was off the hook for now, Luna had gotten into big trouble. While she was innocent, today's incident was caused by her. Isabella clung onto Millie's arm, and glared at Luna. Cousin, let's go. We've wasted too much time on this trivial matter already. What a day. Millie glanced coldly at Luna and walked away. The onlookers slowly dispersed as well. I sure did not expect things to turn out this way. While Maria is safe now, Luna is in deep trouble, isn't she? Of course. She committed such a huge sin, it's just a matter of time before she gets payback. As Millie's bunch were leaving, Luna's voice was heard, Senior Millie, please wait. Millie was really annoyed, thinking about how much more time she would waste on this newbie. Isabella replied with a harsh voice, Luna. That's enough now, isn't it? Chloe sarcastically looked at Luna. What now? Are you afraid? Or regretful? But as you've said, there were a lot of witnesses earlier, so it's too late to take it back now. Luna gave a tiny grin. Sis Chloe, surely you are concerned about me, so why would I regret it? Then why are you asking my cousin to stay? Are you out of your mind? Luna saw disdain on Millie's face. I just wanted to remind Senior Millie something. Senior Millie, please take off your clothes. Chapter 399. As she finished her sentence, everyone felt a chill run down their spines. Isabella widened her eyes. Luna. You, how dare you? Even Millie, who had not bothered to talk to Luna, spoke up. Ridiculous. Chloe was really angry. Luna, are you mad? You intentionally said that to humiliate Millie in public. Bailu was so terrified that she became mute and everyone looked at Luna as if she was a ghost. Such daring words from Luna. She is behaving really oddly today. Is she cursed? Why does she keep on looking for trouble? Luna's expression did not change at all, regardless of what everyone said, and she put on an innocent face. I don't really know what I've said wrong, to make Senior Millie so angry now. I've done my part of the deal, compensated for the damaged clothing, so shouldn't what Senior Millie is wearing right now be mine? Everyone was speechless. Even Millie's group did not know what to say to her. Isabella broke the silence. Luna. Are you that poor? You even want this poorly made clothing too? Luna put on a troubled expression, scanning Millie's clothing. Miss Isabella's words are too harsh. Senior Millie's outfit is so precious. How could you say that it's poorly made? This is Chanel's latest exclusive edition dress, which is not even available to the public yet. Even if it was, there are only 10 of them in this world. One's with Senior Millie, so that means one less in this world. For a garment of this level of exclusivity, even if it was just the bag that it came in, it would be enough to buy every single thing I'm wearing. How can you say that it's poorly made? Luna's memory was superb and she repeated what everyone's praises about the outfit. You. Isabella almost choked on herself. Don't you misinterpret my words. I was saying that the dress is damaged. Not that the dress is bad. Luna nodded. It doesn't matter if it's dirty. Sis Chloe mentioned that it can be washed and that the damage was just a little flaw. But since Senior Millie can't stand it, plus my eyesight is pretty poor, I don't mind at all. While she was saying that she was blind, everyone knew who the blind one in the situation really was. Luna worded it so flawlessly that Millie and the gang could not come back with any reply, although they fully understood what she was trying to imply. The onlookers were really surprised by how quickly the matter escalated, like a tornado. Luna suddenly acted nervously and looked at Isabella. Miss Isabella, your hands. Stay further away from Senior Millie. Please be careful of your manicure. Don't hook your talons onto my clothes. This outfit is so expensive that I can't afford it myself. Some of them started laughing. Isabella was very frustrated as Chloe stood up and spoke harshly. Luna, how shameless can you be? You're such a jerk. Luna shrugged helplessly. Jerks are usually unreasonable. Can you tell me which part of me just now sounded unreasonable? Chapter 400. You. Luna was intentionally being very frustrating, especially with how she wove sarcasm within her words and left no room for rebuttal. After speaking to Isabella and Chloe, Luna turned to Millie with an innocent face. Senior Millie, I know that this is your favorite piece of clothing. I mustered quite some courage to ask you to give it to me. Actually, I've regretted what I just said. I shouldn't take away the things someone loves, so you know what? I'll just give the outfit you're wearing back to you. I don't want it anymore. Luna. You. Ever since Millie shot to fame, no one would ever dare treat her this way. She was infuriated. What did she mean by giving it back to her? This which made it sound like she was donating it to her. Cousin, are you all right? Isabella yelled. Luna, you claim not to be a jerk, but you're asking my cousin to strip in front of so many people. Are you looking for more trouble? Isabella started speaking her mind angrily. Luna put up a terrified face. How could I? Of course, Senior Millie will change at a washroom or somewhere private. I'll wait here. I'll wait, however long it takes. Chloe comforted Millie and looked at the gray garment in her hands. What you gave us is a nightgown. Are you asking Millie to wear this right now? Luna replied quickly, impossible. Sis Chloe, you're really misunderstanding me. Then, if there isn't any spare clothing right now, I can wait for a few days. She was implying that Chloe and the others could not let go of Millie's clothing, which was precisely why they were arguing with Luna in the first place. Millie calmed down, and with her pale lips and loud voice she declared, return it to her. This garment, give it back to her. Chloe looked troubled, but, Millie, if we give it back to her, then there would be no evidence of her misusing the property of the company. Before she even finished her sentence, Millie glared at her. Did you not hear what I said? Was she not humiliated enough today? She had had enough of this. Chloe did not dare to defy her, so she quickly went forward to Luna and gave her back the GE nightgown. Fine. We're giving it back to you. It's just a piece of clothing. How anxious can you get? Like you've never seen anything better. In an attempt to regain their reputation, Isabella went along. I told you she's from some rural area. So desperate for a poorly made dress, almost taking it right off my cousin. She then glared at the onlookers, as if wordlessly ordering them to criticize Luna together. The onlookers were already dumbfounded when Luna stopped Millie, so they were quiet the whole time. Only after Isabella glared at them did they started talking. Right. Look how desperate she is. Sis Millie is too generous, such an expensive piece of clothing, and she just let them off the hook. Sis Millie was just teaching them the rules without really caring about that piece of clothing, but look at how desperate she is. Millie took a deep breath, returning to her glamorous persona, and with her bodyguard Isabella and Chloe, they left without looking back.